Group Chat Podcast.
Boot up, let it in. Pull up a chair, we're back again. New takes, new jokes, fresh on the feed. Every hot topic you'll ever need.
Good evening. We are live here. It is the Group Chat Podcast. We hope everyone is enjoying themselves. I feel like Tommy needs a hug. He just got roasted via song for about 3 minutes. We got a whole lot of fun coming your way today, but I don't know exactly what direction it's coming from because we don't have an agenda. We're
Like
just,
Bertha.
Yep.
I know where it comes.
We're just going to be winging it. Let's talk about it. You were at the rodeo. I did see you out there on Saturday when the fish were being weighed. Congratulations to the Real Americans getting on the board. But it was ironic, man, because like when I got there, we were like, okay, well, you know, the yellowfin tuna maybe can make it on the board, but the blackfin probably no chance. A bunch of yellowfin came in, you guys got knocked off, and it was the little old blackfin that hung on and got that third place spot. Congratulations to you guys, man.
I really hate this for Tommy, but I know I give off the perception that we don't like each other, but we really do. We've been friends since we were like 9 years old.
Screw that guy.
His stress levels, everybody's beating us.
Yes.
It could be a pirogue that just so happens to be passing in the area. Oh, they got 1,000-pound tuna. They're beating us. We're off the board.
No, look, we're sitting there, we're hanging out. The big boat comes in. Like he was right. So it was, but the big boat comes in. Only thing he says while storming into the little shop upstairs, we lost. It just storms off. Now, he was right. Give him credit. He was right. That particular boat is the one that had the big yellowfin in it, but the blackfin did hang on. You got what do you get? I mean, I'm not aware of like you get like a cooler, a rod, or what you get for third place.
2 years ago was a Stanley. This year was one of the, kind of Arctic-ish. Like it's not this one, but it was it's a Blue Boot style engraved fancy cup, and you get $50, which we usually spend on a bar tab, but that's going to roll over for next year. So our expenses next year will only be, maybe $9,000 rather than whatever else that we spend.
$9,050.
We did develop a pretty cool game, Tommy and I. We were kind of bored sitting in the bar waiting for the food to be cooked, and for $1 you could join in, and we did fake money because we didn't have any cash, and we ended up getting bought 4 shots during the process. So I said, Tommy, let's place fake dollars every time we identify somebody that's coming to the bar. You got to guess their drink. We got some dude so locked in on the game, he just started buying us shots of Fireball.
Well, fair enough. That sounds like fun. Tommy was the MVP of Saturday for me because it was hot, and I was still on the crutches at the time. I wasn't getting anywhere fast, and he delivered the beverages to the old radio team. So I appreciate you, Counselor Budo.
Do what I can, It seems that the third place blackfin is just our category now. So I think we'll just get that on our shirts next year and maybe even get a championship belt made.
What a blackfin hanging on the side.
Just a black title, all black, spray painted fin double barrel boys, as we like to call ourselves now.
Fin barrel?
Yeah, fin barrel. So no, but hey, overall good weekend, good turnout, great turnout. I think it just grows bigger every year. So, like you found out, we know who the usual suspects are. So we're going to change our plan of action next year and see what we could do. But God help them if we ever win first place, because there's going to be hell to play. I'll probably bring confetti cannons.
Yeah, it'd be a real modest celebration amongst the boys.
Oh, absolutely. Look, it's for the kids, but for that 5 minutes, it's gonna be worthwhile. But I mean, I had a great time. I think everybody had a great time, and we almost had a full turnout of the Real American roster, except for Mr. Pierce Pete. But other than that, it was a good time. Definitely did sleep while sword fishing, so I cannot deny that fact. But
how'd that happen?
I was. Well, because I didn't sleep last year, and some people didn't show up. So you know what? I'll take my lumps. I deserved a nap. I got it. I was the first one down there, and I was the last one to leave. So I'm okay.
Let's talk about something that obviously has been in the news. We have a World Cup champion. Spain is the World Cup champion. They beat Argentina in a thrilling match. It was very interesting, and I always hesitate because soccer fans hate when you make like an NFL comparison when talking about soccer. But the whole match, it was like Spain would get like to the red zone and would miss a field goal, or get, across the 50-yard line and then have a 15-yard penalty and they'd have to punt. And they were always on the door, but they were never able to break through and get that goal until, was it in overtime? Yeah, in overtime. In the second half of the overtime, they get the goal and then hang on. But boy, even with a man down, Argentina had some chances there at the end. Argentina fought like hell to hang on. They were getting dominated in the match in terms of possession. They had to endure so many waves of Spain's offense. They held on, but I don't think anybody, even probably Argentina soccer fans, would be willing to dispute the fact that the better team won in that match. Spain gets the win. They win the World Cup title. You guys, Nicholas and Tommy especially, know way more about this stuff than I do. Tell me about it with Spain winning the World Cup.
Thought it was a great game. I'm going to agree with you. I mean, Spain just dominated that. They probably should have won comfortably, probably 3-0. Argentina was like cardiac Cajun style. They all tournament, they came back really late. You saw glimpses of it. I think they had maybe one shot all game, and then in the extra time, they had 3 or 4, including back-to-back headers that were kind of on target.
Ooh, yeah.
We talked about it on the episode before the rodeo. I just thought Spain was dominant defensively the entire tournament. That's their backbone. They don't have a true striker, a true number 9. They just pass well and they run around really well. Rodri, their captain, is probably the best player in the tournament, in the game. He's one of only 10 people, I think, to win World Cup, Champions League, Ballon d'Or, all that. I was just very impressed. But to me, one of the biggest takeaways was in one of the very end of regular time, when Fernandez gets his red card, his second yellow, flips the dude over. Everybody thinks he's hurt. You have people talking. It was a great tackle. I love to see like some full contact in soccer. But the bitch move by Messi, when your boy Cucurella is like trying to tell him, hey, my guy's bleeding from the mouth. And then he turns around like a little snitch and tries to get it. Like, you're supposed to be the dude. I guess in rankings, it's Pele and then you. And you're going to try to do that in the 90th minute, knowing full well he didn't do the whole, which is so stupid anyway. You can't cover your mouth and talk, and it's a red card. But that's the one thing that stood out to me most during the match. And then, of course, Argentina, though they did fight, I think they put up more fight after the game, trying to fight with the entire Spain roster. So that was just my takeaway from watching it. But overall, great World Cup. Love it. I love that Haaland, who's my favorite player, is now super Haaland. He's picked up 33 million followers. Like, people didn't know who this dude was. I mean, he's a freaking machine.
As the Brock Lesnar looking dude?
The Brock lesbian, yes. That is definitely
Norway
him.
might not have won the World Cup, but I think Haaland
He
did.
won the World Cup, yeah.
He became like the guy for, like, last time it was Mbappe, this time it was Haaland.
Do you guys agree with me? And look, again, very amateur opinion. Do you guys agree with me that if that match would have gone to penalty kick 0-0, Argentina would have won?
I think so.
They're just more experienced. Like the Spain would have had a bunch of young guys. I think that they would have found a way to give it away if it went to PKs.
I hate him, but I trust Argentina's goalie more in that situation. He did it a couple years ago. Me Martinez is just the onions come out on PKs with that dude, and he celebrates. He does the wanker thing. Like, he's hilarious. I don't really care for him, but just because I don't like who he plays for in his club.
That dude did a great job in that game. Spain had 20 shots on goal, and they scored 1 goal. The possession stats were 68% to 32% for Spain. They had the ball. They were getting shots, and the Argentinian goalie did a very good job. But I mean, the possession stats tells a big story in this game. They held the ball most of the time. Messi needs the ball in his hand, in his feet, and they could just never get it to him. And except for at the end, the last couple minutes of extra time, he was getting some opportunities. But for the whole game, that Spain did a good job of keeping the ball away from Messi, kept the ball, and they ran their. I mean, I wouldn't say ran an offense. They just kind of kick it around and waste time. But they had the ball.
Yeah.
Argentina needs the ball to do anything, and they just never had opportunities.
The biggest difference in my very, very amateur opinion is I noticed that their goalies stay in the goal.
There was a time.
It was crucial.
There was a time when that Spanish goalkeeper came out, and they almost had a really long opportunity.
Is that the first time that a replay gets slowed down and it looks less vicious than it did in live action.
Yeah.
I feel like it was not that bad of a hit to deserve a red card. Again, I'm not an expert, so don't at me, bro.
Live looked crazy.
Yeah, it
He
looked
looked
like
like he got
looked like
killed
Ray
live.
Lewis. No, it looked like Ray Rice attacking
Yeah.
somebody in an elevator, allegedly.
Not to come at you, bro. It was only a red card because he already had a yellow. So it's because it was his
okay.
second. Yeah. So it wasn't a major foul. It was because he had already done something earlier, then got another warning, and then went balls out at the
That
dude.
makes sense. I didn't pick up the game until I think the 89th minute.
And how about that, dude? Because that was a big story. And like that first yellow card was just like a troll throwaway yellow card. Like, hey, I'm going to just talk shit and get a yellow card. And then boom, he ends up getting ejected from the match later because that's crazy.
They say he blew off the referee.
Yeah,
by
he's one of
doing
their best
this.
scorers too. If that would have went to PK, he won the game. He won the semifinal game for. I mean, Enzo Fernandez is a big time goal scorer, probably second best to Messi's. If it would have went to PKs, that red card could have bit him in the ass too.
My name is Enzo Hernandez.
They're back.
I'm a certified striker and a
Oh, I cannot wait.
Let's talk about this. One of the big questions coming out of it was, first and foremost, I think everyone agrees we did a great job hosting the event. So I'm not going to ask you guys about that. We did a wonderful job. There were no incidents, whatever it may be. But the next thing that a lot of people are wondering is, have we closed any sort of gap or anything in terms of us versus the elite of the world? And man, look at the beginning of the tournament. Oh, hey, man, look, maybe we're getting somewhere. As I was watching the championship match on Sunday, I was thinking to myself, Spain would be beating the shit out of us right now if we were on the field or the pitch with them. And so I initially like, hey, buddy, we're making headway. And I do think we kind of are, but look, hey, man, we didn't even qualify for the World Cup a couple go-rounds ago, so I guess we're making headway. But we are not at that anywhere near that upper tier of the Spains and the Englands and the Argentine. Those clubs are way, way better than we are.
I think we did make some steps, though. This USA team was at least exciting. Now, granted, we continued our USA trend of shitting the bed when it counts and just looking lackluster, but that team that showed up during pool play, I haven't seen that personally in my life. I mean, I know there were glimpses in 2014 when we almost, took it to Portugal and it was kind of exciting. We're in the knockout rounds, but I at least see it now. It's nice to see young, but besides Tin Marine, and then of course, we had the worst goalie play I've ever seen. There is excitement. There's reason to get excited. Now, granted, I don't know what Pochettino's going to do.
I agree.
now Germany got Jurgen Klopp, so that's a powerhouse that got knocked out early. That's probably going to be back. Can we beat France? Can we beat Spain? Probably not. Can we compete with England and Morocco? I think so. But I also had an epiphany because obviously it happens every 4 years, and everybody's like, "Oh, if we had LeBron James and all our best players, blah blah." Okay, we won't ever do that. But over there, that's all they have. Now, granted, there's one Rudy Fernandez for 12 Gavis. So all they do in Spain is soccer pretty much or F1. So everybody wants to be a F1 driver, a soccer player, Paul Gasol. So with us, I think I've realized we're never going to get our top tier athletes playing soccer, but where they excel, all those little guys, they don't really play baseball over there. So all the little guys that are just crushing second base and playing infield, maybe if we had our like AAA and AA minor league players give up baseball and go play soccer, maybe we're getting somewhere if we stick those dudes at 12 years old saying, hey, you know what? Get homeschooled the rest of your life and just go kick a ball outside. And you know what? We're going to pay for you to do that. Until we do something like that, we're not competing with Spain.
The last thing that you said there, I think, is the biggest elephant in the room. They're taking the young people there, even in elementary and grade school, and are giving them free tuition. They're counseling them. They're schooling them. They are grooming them for this moment. Whereas here in America, we're saying, hey, yeah, if you want to play, it's going to cost you a shitload of money to do it because it's travel. It's the way that it is. And I think that that's the biggest thing until we make it easier for these young men and women to get opportunities to play. It's expensive, man. And, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll throw it out there. It is what it is. Elephant in the room. Until it's easier for young black players to play, we're going to be hamstrung a little bit. It is what it is, man. We get a lot of our athletic demographic from the African-American community, and soccer's a very expensive sport to play. You could fuss me and yell and scream and say I'm wrong about that. People are listening. But I think we all know deep down it's kind of reality.
Just get ICE to chill out a little bit. You could have Spaniards on the team too.
You're 100% right, but I think what's going to be is because it's going down that same path, and I was going to bring that up until you said that. Now it just hits home more. What happens in these foreign countries, you have these power clubs in Europe like Chelsea, Man City, Man United. They go into Argentina. They go to Brazil. They buy these kids. You could think of it as a modern New Age slavery, but it's with a perk. Like, we're taking you out of here. We're going to bring you to our academy. We're going to feed you way better than you're eating there. We're going to clothe you. You're going to have whatever you need, weightlifting equipment, nutritionists, all this. We are investing in you. We're buying you essentially. And then if you make it, we either make our money off of you, like you get your contract, or we sell you off to another club. That's what happens. They have these academies, and just think of it as like you're going to buy a kid to play AU for you. And then once he becomes good, Edie White could come and buy him back and play high school over there. So it's pretty much the same kind of thing. I think that's going to work hand in hand with, I think that's just going to bring a negative connotation, but that's what needs to happen. MLS needs to maybe try to go to South America and buy some of these kids and put them in the academies and fund them through it. Think of it, call it a scholarship if you want, but that's what happens all around the world. There's still going to be a stigma and whatever, especially when you're talking about African Americans and Black people. So.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're trying to say. I think maybe saying buying people is maybe a little too strong.
But that's essentially what they do.
He's talking about United.
I know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what he's trying to say. Just giving them a hard time.
Buy them. It's like, hey, we are paying $12,000 for this young prodigy. It's what they call it. It's what they tweet out. Like, maybe it's just more socially normed to say, but that's what it's called over there.
So if you watching a game and Landon Donovan or Tim Howard's talking, they will always bring up the fact that the youth soccer programs in America are not good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. They know a lot more than I do about the whole situation. They grew up in that program or whatever. The kids these days can play soccer if they really wanted to. Like, we have a youth soccer thing. Colin Skinner runs it in the Raceland area. If you want to play soccer, go up there. It costs money to play football. It costs money to play basketball. It costs money to play baseball. Costs money to play soccer. So, like, everybody's saying that it costs too much to play soccer. I don't see it. It probably costs more to play baseball. You need a bat, you need a glove, you need cleats.
But Black kids don't play that either.
Football, you need a helmet, you need a football, you need land.
I think one of the things that hurts soccer, honestly, it more so than the youth side of it and like the youth leagues of it. I could buy a basketball and a hoop and play basketball in my yard. I could buy a football and I just need 4 or 5 guys and we could play 2-hand touch. I need like 10 guys, 2 goals, and a lot of land to play soccer. Like, it's tough.
3-on-3.
It's tough.
Yeah. So when a kid is born in, let's say, Spain, he's given a soccer ball. He plays soccer. Kid is born in America. He's given a football, a basketball, a baseball, and a soccer ball. On TV in America, baseball, football, basketball. That's what he sees. He sees these people living glamorous lives, making money. You don't see soccer on TV in America. You don't see the MLS. You don't see the Premier League. So you're going to see LeBron James making a ton of money playing basketball. That's what you want to do.
Okay, honest question. And look, again, this is from an amateur's point of view. I feel like this is Casey just saying that this may be way wrong. I feel like if we put MLS in prime time and gave it prime TV slots, I think it would hurt the image because the MLS sucks. If we push the MLS stronger, in theory, it would make it stronger. But I think we need to enhance the talent first before we would do that. Am I wrong about that?
Sucks compared to the Premier League. But if you're not watching the Premier League, you don't know
that's fair.
stuff that they're doing there.
That's
so
fair.
You might think, man, these dudes are good.
Yeah,
this is a lot better than I see on the high school field every week or whatever.
I'll be
that's
fair.
Fair.
So it's too boring. People get excited once every 4 years or whatever the World Cup is and the Olympics as well. But aside from that, this shit's boring. Like, you're not gonna sit there and watch 2 dudes kick balls at each other for. I mean, if that's your thing, you could do it. But it's not appealing to the masses in America.
I agree.
It's like hockey.
I want the American studs on the national team playing in the Premier League, playing in Bundesliga. I want them playing over there, getting better, and then coming back every 4 years. The MLS it's a retirement league now. It's either you're too young, you want to get noticed, you want to maybe get to the point that, hey, maybe I could go on with a League 2 team. Maybe Wrexham's going to notice me playing for Atlanta. every once in a while you might get a stud that's playing here, like a Clint Dempsey or something like that. But he was doing stuff on Bournemouth and all that over there. So it's definitely not prime time. You have to be a soccer lover to watch MLS.
And if any network tries to make it prime time, they will probably lose their ass. 'Cause
Yeah,
nobody's
yeah,
going to watch
yeah.
it.
So okay, now that leads to the next question. Okay, if I and look, this is a question coming from a place of genuine interest. How do I fall in love with European League soccer when the matches are at 6 a.m. on Saturday and I'm asleep? And there's like 8 or 9 different leagues and 70 or 80 different clubs. Like, where's a good starting point? If I want to start following it across the pond, where's a good starting point? What should I do? How do I become a bigger fan? Because I tried this 4 years ago and I got so overwhelmed right away that I just gave up. Be honest with me. What is a good place? Where's a good starting point to take off just a little bitty bite and not get overwhelmed by the massive pizza that is surrounding me?
The easiest way for me is I became a big soccer fan. Well, I was kind of a soccer fan in bits and pieces going to college because everybody in Lafayette is huge in soccer. So all my fraternity brothers and all, we play FIFA and they would teach me like, oh, this is I'm like, oh, and that's how I picked Man City. They're North Carolina Blue, and they had just became good. So I was like, all right, cool. The short answer to your question, start watching Wrexham. Start watching that. And
Okay.
and then see how the progression is. If you go back to the first season when Ryan Reynolds and all bought them, he builds them up from this tiny ass little team. They start influencing cash in it and pouring money into it, and they keep getting promoted. Wrexham is trying now. They're in league. I think they're in League 2, trying to get to the second league to get up to the Premier League. So watch them move up. But the easiest answer for me is, and the only reason it is because I had a kid. And so when I'd wake up to feed him at 5 or 6, the only thing on was Premier League.
That's fair. Yeah.
And watch Premier League. I mean, look, you could watch La Liga and you'll watch PSG and something like that. You can watch Bundesliga and they have 1 or 2 teams. The Premier League is where it's at. I don't care what anybody says that, or watch Champions League. If you just really want to get it started, that's FIFA and steroids. It's all the best players in the world, just not in their countries, just super teams. And it's knockout rounds, kind of similar. And it's just every other Tuesday and Wednesday once it starts.
What's the mid-90s ECW version of soccer? That's what I need to get into.
They got some leagues that are pretty out there.
Probably Championship League, I would guess, where it's all the people who either just got demoted from Premier League trying to go back up because they just lost a shitload of money in their players. And then you have the people like Wrexham trying to work up from 1 or 2 to get into the Premier League. That's why it's fun. It's because of the relegation thing.
They have like a Paul Heyman guy.
I don't know if they got Ryan Reynolds is kind of like the Paul Heyman now, I think.
Again, that was our soccer conversation. We could kind of close the door there. And now we'll move to a topic that I think will be fun to everybody. It's going to just be pissing Tommy off.
Want to put your business in front of a loyal, local audience? Partner with the Group Chat podcast and put your brand right in the middle of the conversation. From live shows to social media and video, we'll help get your business noticed. Become a Group Chat podcast sponsor today. Call or text 985-6371-513 for more information.
I got something for you here, man, and I'm sure you're going to be, once you understand where I'm going, I'm sure you'll be prepared to give a rebuttal. What do Bo Nix, Kevin Byard, Trevor Lawrence, Kyle Hamilton, Chris Olave, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers, Jordan Love, and Josh Jacobs all have in common?
Sounds like his fantasy football team last year.
I'd rather prime Ryan Matthews.
Are they ranked higher than Baker Mayfield on the top 100?
They are. Baker Mayfield has plummeted on the top 100 list. He is 77th according to the NFL's list.
So he wins.
Who's 73?
73 on the list is Zach Allen, a DN for the Broncos. Mayfield has dropped 27 spots from last year. I thought he was great last year. He was playing hurt, carrying a bad roster that was all beat up. Who the fuck thinks that Chris Olave is better than Baker Mayfield? That one kind of throws me for a loop. But what are your thoughts? Is your boy plummeting in the rankings?
Initially, I got really mad at it. I was just happy they didn't kick him out.
Okay.
Because he did tail off at the end of last year. And obviously, if you watch Quarterback on Netflix, you will delve into exactly what happened with that. But in seeing those rankings, I know Sam Darnold just won a Super Bowl. In no way, shape, or form is he better than Baker Mayfield or Jordan Love or any of those people. What I've realized is the top 100 rankings are prisoners of late season. They pretty much just see who finishes the season how, and they rank them that way. because of the first 8 weeks of the season, Baker Mayfield was the MVP frontrunner. Obviously, he got hurt. We now know the extent of those injuries and watching quarterback. I'm not as upset, I guess you could say, because I know how they rank these things, and I think it's good for TV. There's no way Bo Nix is better than him. Jordan Love, I forgot who else is on there. Fucking Jalen Hurts.
Jalen
Dak
Hurts is
Prescott.
better than Baker.
No, he is
Mayfield.
not at all. Jalen Hurts is scrub territory pretty soon.
We're talking now, or we're talking future state? I think I'm on the train of Hurts being way better than Mayfield,
Yes.
past, current, and future.
Yes.
I disagree.
The passer Baker's got him, but for the offense that they run, oh my goodness.
They've been pretty stagnant. I mean, what? He tush pushes every game?
You got to get to 3rd and inches. But Baker's playing 3rd and 15.
Yeah, because the Eagles have a defense, though.
Yeah, fam. I got
Tampa has.
He's not better than Dak. He's not better than Dak.
Give me the top 5, Case.
They haven't yet released all of it.
So
We're on 57 right. The last one that has been released is Deion Dawkins, number 57 of the Buffalo Bills.
Lamar Jackson was in that group, too. So they have, like, Sam Darnold above Lamar Jackson. That's what throws me out of whack. Jared Goff better than Lamar Jackson. I don't know about all that.
Let's talk about that, okay? Was Olave 64 higher than Lamar Jackson? The Saints just drafted a wide receiver because they were saying, hey, we don't think Olave is good enough to be a number 1. Lamar Jackson's a former MVP who probably could have won it a second time if the voters just weren't tired of giving it to him. If you, in the trade market right now, said, hey, I'm trading Lamar Jackson, you're getting 3 or 4 first-round picks. If the Saints right now said, hey, we're trading Chris Olave, you're getting a second-round pick at the most. How in the hell is Chris Olave 64 and Lamar Jackson 69? Nice.
Shows you how stupid those rankings are.
That's insane to me that's how that went down.
Pretty sure your top 5 quarterbacks in that thing are going to be Josh Allen, Stafford, Burrow.
Stafford's almost dead.
MVP, baby.
Drake May.
I was going to say probably Drake May at 5, and who am I missing? The other one.
Everybody's in love with Dart this year. I saw Dart was like the 3rd or 4th highest fantasy quarterback this year.
People might say Herbert, but I know I'm missing one.
Mahomes?
Oh, Mahomes. There you go.
Mahomes.
But he got hurt. That's why he's out of my mind right now with his little knee brace. In terms of the card, it's Mahomes. Well, right now Allen's hotter than Mahomes. It's Allen, Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Herbert. That's the way people see
Oh, yeah,
him.
we forgot Burrow, too. Burrow's going to be in there. Well, Burrow got hurt last year, so I don't know, maybe not.
Well, he's not ranked yet.
Bro, like, who's in charge of these rankings? That's why I don't watch the NFL.
I think it's players. I think the thing he's talking about, the NFL top 100 is ranked by the players. I'm pretty sure.
So Caitlin Clark is going to be the 8th best guard
You're right.
in the NBA. Yeah, I got you.
But Bryce Young is a top 100 player. I don't even know if Bryce Young's a top 3 or 4 quarterback in the NFC South. He's 98.
CJ Stroud's above Lamar Jackson and Baker, which I think is horseshit.
All right, okay, honestly, and I'm not even trolling you. Where do you think Baker is in the NFL top 100? If you were listing the players objectively, would he be in the top 30, the top 40? Would he be number 1? Where would you have Baker Mayfield?
Hell, he's not number 1. I'm not that stupid. I think he was, 50 last year, and that wasn't his best.
50th best quarterback?
No. Oh, no. Top 100's 100 people. Total.
Very good. Mr.
Very
Mack.
good, Mr. Mack.
He was
Separated
50th
by-
last year, Tommy.
Honestly, I think he's anywhere from 33 to 55.
33 to 55.
Quarterback-wise in the NFL, at his best, he's 5th. At his worst, he's 11th.
I got this pulled up. I'm sharing it right now. Down 36 spots is Brock Bowers. In what world is Bo Nix a top anything? Sean Payton's world?
I tell you this, man. Denver played the AFC Championship without him, and they did lose, but they didn't look completely lost. The team didn't fall completely to shit without him.
Oh, number 100, Cam Jordan.
Yeah, we were praying for Stidham to win to just kill Bo Nix's card market.
Damian just brought up Cam Jordan has been listed. Demario Davis, a former Saint, so I guess shouldn't count him. Etienne has been listed. That's 2. Olave, that's 3. Any more Saints will be included in the rankings? Kool-Aid McKinstry, like anybody? We're down to the final 56 players. Anybody else?
They're all big on Chase Young again. I think he gets up there.
Offensively, no Kamara. We already have Etienne. We have Olave. Tyson won't make it in there. There's no tight end. There's
Shuck.
no lineman. No, ain't no Shuck. I don't believe.
Shuck should have been up above Bryce Young.
Oh, definitely above Bryce Young.
I agree. Look, I will agree with you on that one. Shuck, as much as I may be down on him at times, he is a better football player than Bryce Young, who is on the list.
Oh, I agree.
We shall see.
If Tommy's right about player rankings, that's what
I
it has
think
to be.
I remember it's being something to do with the players because when you watch it, it's the players talking about who gets ranked. So I
So just a
think
bunch
it's
of guys with CTE getting in a room and just listing guys.
Yep, top 100 voted on by the players themselves.
everybody who doesn't play with Baker hates him because he talks shit to him and runs him over.
When does Baker run somebody over?
Ask that to Bobby Wagner.
Okay.
Very, very well timed.
I got a video queued up, right? We're a little bit off of the NFL. Did you see
Lord.
James Harden inadvertently saying that LeBron's going to the Pelicans?
Oh, God. I didn't see that, but I would love to see it.
There's no way.
Fan, James, we just want to know, is LeBron going to the Cavs? Oh, he's going to the Pelicans. Oh, wow, he's going to the Pelicans. Wow.
No, he didn't give an
James
answer.
Harden just confirmed LeBron to the Pelicans. Wow. Big.
He didn't really give an answer, but he also didn't say no.
James
That
Harden
was sarcasm, and he thought of the least likely team that LeBron would go to. And the Pelicans.
Dude, what do y'all make? The Pelicans are getting fucking roasted in the national media because they're the only team in the NBA who has done nothing. They have not made a trade. They have not made a free agent acquisition. Nothing. The only thing that is different from their roster now versus last year is they lost Kevon Looney to another team. There are a lot of people in the sport who are saying, oh, man, you were 26 and 56 or whatever last year. Like, let's just completely run it back and do nothing different. We were told before the summer started they were going to be busy as hell. And that's not rumors. That's Dumars who got behind the podium and said, everybody's for sale except for Fears and Queen. And now we sit here. It's July the 21st. By and large, the NBA offseason is mostly done with the exception of who LeBron's going to sign with. And the Pelicans have done absolutely nothing.
Here we go again, buying people. Just said everybody's for sale.
If you put stuff for sale and nobody wants that stuff, it's not going to sell.
Sell your shit on eBay.
Kind of like putting that ad in the paper for a tool chest for your truck bed.
This week, the only person who covers the Pelicans as the beat writer left and is now going to be covering the Houston Rockets. So there's no one covering the team. And that's like a business decision because all the NOLA.com has said, hey, look, we don't get clicks.
Bayou Sports.
I mean, I do stuff that gets attention. That's the whole point of what we're trying to do here. The Athletic has said this doesn't get attention. ESPN.com, this doesn't get attention. So my point is, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, if no one is clicking the stories, if no one is following the Pelican news, if no one is paying attention to anything that they're doing, how are we going to even have this team here 5 to 10 years from now? Because the message has been clear. If you can't afford a newspaper reporter's salary for 40, 50 grand a year to cover your team, there's no money in this franchise in any realm. How are we going to have this team 5 years from now?
The number one post on the NOLA Pelicans Reddit page says, anyone else getting harassed near daily to buy season tickets to the Pelicans? Things must be grim out on Airline Drive regarding ticket sales. I did contact somebody about buying season tickets to the, what was the
G League
team? Those tickets are insane too.
And
Nobody's going to be watching.
By the way, along those same lines, shout out Coach Sadler, who's now a G League coach, former Nichols coach, told me when they come to town, everything's on him. We go hang out courtside, sitting next to the bench, behind the bench. So yeah, we good. We better go to one game.
I'm about to buy a shirt. What's
He is the Wizards guy, whatever the name of that team is. I think it's the Capital City, whatever.
I'm a big Wizard fan.
The GCP Wizards?
Yeah. Hey, Sadler, tone it down.
We don't yell at people.
I'm going to get a Squadron jersey. It's on.
I like the name. I like the idea. You can't sell tickets to downtown New Orleans.
River. It's Rivertown.
Go to Kenna, bro.
The Kennebra Quadrant. Can we get not a moment of silence, but a slow clap for ESPN firing Ryan Clark?
Ryan Clark.
Oh, look, not even a slow clap. It's like a round of applause.
Oh, that makes me so happy. But R.I.P. Carl Ravitch. Come on, Ravitch.
Carl Ravitch did a great job.
But we still have the bald-headed lady.
Oh, God.
Mina survived. The bald-headed lady survived. No, it was a fake account, so this is not real. But I did fall for a fake John Rodstein account saying that Jay Billis had got fired, and I perked up. But he survived. He is still.
I don't mind the illustrator. I know that's saying a lot.
Duke lover.
A big Duke guy over there.
Let's go over under. How many season ticket packages are going to be sold by the New Orleans Pelicans this season?
They'll have a bunch of season tickets sold, but it'll just be a bunch of renewals. Like the rich people would just auto renew. But the new customers, this is going to be very grim. In fact, shout out to Coach Collie. He's the one who always uses this analogy. If you remember as a kid, when you would get a jersey gifted to you, you would be super excited. Like, hey, Mom, I just got a Deuce McAllister jersey. Who on the Pelicans right now could you gift a jersey to that kid and they'd be super jacked up? Like maybe a Zion still kind of, sort of.
A kid or an adult?
I mean, whatever. I mean, yeah, kids get excited about anything. But case in point, when I was young, you bought me a Michael Jordan jersey, that would have been over the moon. You bought me a Karl Malone jersey, I would have been jacked up. You get me right now, or get the 10-year-old version of me right now, a Zion Williamson jersey. I better wear this today, but he's going to fall off of a cliff tomorrow and he's going to be hurt. There's nothing to be excited about.
16,800 for standard NBA games. How many renewals do you think they've had?
I don't know how many
Probably
season
half that.
tickets they have amongst their roles.
Roughly 6,000 to 8,000 full season ticket accounts
That's what I said
for the
about that.
Pelicans.
Because you got a lot of companies that
Yeah, they're just going to
use
auto
that
Yeah.
to just write off.
I'd say on the lower end of the 6,000 to 8,000.
Now, look, I'll tell you this, as just a person who doesn't give a shit about the Pelicans, who likes basketball, now would be a great time to get season tickets.
But you got to go into New Orleans.
Yeah, that's a great point, too.
Just go to Kenna. Same talent level.
I would love to be sitting in an empty building watching Steph Curry play, maybe one of the last times in New Orleans. I would love to be watching, Wemby play. But, again, you're right.
Those games aren't empty, though. That's why the season prices are the way they are. You could go see Wemby and Curry for the $3,000 package, and then you're also seeing Caitlin Clark playing the Pelicans as well. Well, never mind. That would probably be a draw. You could see the squadron.
You get
Where's
you get a 12-game package. You go and see the Wizards. You go and see the Bullets. Not a current team, just they play in a team from the 80s. They know what I hear before.
They're facing the capsules on the street from the night before.
They play in
Just go to Homa.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They play in a couple men's leagues team, and
2,000 season tickets, new. That's what they're going to have,
New?
2,000.
I'm going to ask my guy. I got a guy.
We do have a guy.
I'm going to ask him, see what he says.
Morgan says the same thing in the chat. I've been getting the same thing. Hey, we've got these new suites out. We're like, no, you just haven't fucking sold anything, so you're coming back to old account holders.
Here's the dirty little secret about the Pels. They were not beat up with injuries last year. They were mostly healthy. 26 wins. So my question, all you did was change the coach. It feels like the roster's going to be mostly the same. Now, there are some NBA reporters who are saying that Trey Murphy is still going to get traded, but it's going to be to a team that loses the LeBron sweepstakes. Like, hey, maybe the Cavs want him, or maybe the Heat want him, or whoever doesn't get LeBron maybe wants Trey Murphy. But it's not going to be any wholesale changes. So my question is, how can you improve this team when you have done nothing to change the recipe of the gumbo?
Does Joe Dumars even know that is the offseason right now?
Probably not. I mean,
if you have made 0 moves to this point, like you said, free agents basically done.
Only team in the league, by the way, who's 0 trades, 0 signings.
That all starts with ownership. It's the same reason the Saints are freaking garbage.
Glad you
The
said that.
Pelicans are garbage. They don't care. They just care about making money. And you have companies that continue to do what we just said, continue to buy the tickets, continue to do the sponsorships. Hey, bro, my company sponsors an NBA team. You don't have to say which NBA team.
Yeah.
You say, I'm a sponsor for the NBA.
who is the owner for the Pelicans?
Gail Benson.
Okay, who's the coach for the Pelicans?
What's his name from the Magic? Mosley.
This
Guy from Ellen.
has a weird resemblance to the movie Major League. You got this woman owner
Think they got
who don't give a fuck about the team,
Naked
wants to
Galen
get out of
Tucker.
New Orleans. You have a manager I've never even heard of this guy. You got a team full of DeAndre Jordans who were good at some point in their career, suck now, a bunch of young guys. This is the NBA version of Major League.
Who's sacrificing a chicken in the locker room?
I was about to ask that. Who's the Pedro Serrano?
We have any foreigners on this team? I have no idea who's on this roster.
I don't know. I got a good guy. I got a guy on the line for a set of white walls. I'm going to have to give you a call back.
They got a foreign white. I know that.
It's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating.
Jordan Poole would definitely sacrifice a live chicken.
He would, absolutely. No, Jordan Poole almost got sacrificed.
Sadiq Bey? That sounds...
Yeah,
absolutely.
I like he can't hit a curveball.
Why would you trade Murphy? I don't understand that.
Bryce McGowan's is Wild Thing, two-way player.
Who's the Willie Mays Hayes here?
Oh, Fields. I mean, Fears. Sorry.
Fears.
Yeah, Jeremiah Fears.
They have Hunter Dickinson? When did this happen? Oh, Lord. I thought he was going back to college again for that 19th year.
Are you talking about Will Wade?
No, Hunter Dickinson. Yeah, I'm shocked he didn't go play for Will Wade.
Will Wade spoke at the LHSA coaches convention today.
About ethics?
He said, I don't want any of y'all players for the next 10 years.
that was honestly, okay, I'll bullshit aside. A coach sent me a text this morning. It was a picture of the agenda, and that was basically saying, a convention about ethics and sportsmanship with Will Wade as the keynote. Imagine that, LOL.
My last LHSA coaches convention, I got to see Will Wade. I think it was his first year in Baton Rouge. That room was slam packed.
Bebe was the keynote today, and I can imagine that
he was there too my last year.
He was giving a speech for an hour and 15 about motivating your players. And from what I was told, cell phone use was discouraged, which is usually the Bebe sign for the shirt's coming off, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Yeah, we're moving topics a little too fast. The boys are moving on to WWE conversation. Can these NBA guys really cross over into the world of pro wrestling?
That's a great transition. So maybe put somebody through a table?
Yeah.
How about Cat? Looking sharp.
He did it properly.
Now, the only thing that I have a gripe about is who he did it to, and they're just jobbing the shit out of probably the best young star that WWE has on the roster. He's been getting jobbed out so bad.
The thing with Dom, though, is that, like, it doesn't matter how many times in a row he loses. We're still going to hate him. Like, he's not going to lose any value. But I agree. He is jobbing way too much. But, hey, Cat did the chokeslam properly. Like, twice.
His glasses didn't even come off.
He knew what he was doing. So what's the end game, right? So Cat gets involved. We keep doing Halliburton and Brunson. At some point, they're going to have to be in a corner or something like that. And then now we got this weird stuff where at Fanatics Fest, Tom Brady bitch slaps Logan Paul. And then at the World Cup final, they're both in opposite suites and Brady's flipping them off. And so we've now been teasing that for a year. And at the Fanatics Fest, like, he legit gave him a power slap like you would see in a swimming pool at a fantasy draft.
Bruh.
It was legit. So there's a lot of people. There are now a lot of people who are saying that Tom Brady and Logan Paul, once Logan Paul gets healed up, will be a thing. Like, it feels like they're leaning into the celebrity. But with that having been said, in the 90s, we saw some WCW, WWE leaning into celebrity, and it was awful. But now, Jay Leno and Karl Malone, come on, it was terrible.
That was bad.
Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Rodzilla?
They did go out of business, man. Yeah, it feels like now at least they're making the guys kind of learn how to do some stuff before they get in the ring. A lot of celebrities, a lot of NBA involvement, we're getting some people in there.
Was Malone and Rodman under contract whenever?
Rodman was missing practice. He was missing practice to go to Nitro, getting suspended.
So why couldn't they do it?
All right, I think they could.
Probably contracts were structured differently back then, I guess.
I really believe that if they wanted to go in there, assuming that they're not getting, taking a pile driver, I think that they could do it.
I think Cat could be good. Just seeing him do what he did, I was super impressed.
Yeah.
At how he did it, what he did, and obviously put some time into it. Just didn't like who he did it to.
all those NBA guys are going to know how to take a bump. Every time they get the ball, they're taking a bump. So like they're going to already know,
could be world champion.
know the art of it. I really think that there is some money. Now, it would have to be in Indiana or New York, but there would be money in Halliburton in one corner, Brunson in the other corner. And the best story is always real. It feels like those two genuinely don't like one another, and they would love to maybe do a little scripted beating the crap out of each other.
It's so weird. I think WWE is probably going against the traditional fans right now of what they're doing and how they're structuring things. But the mass appeal, the nationwide appeal is definitely there. I didn't get to watch it live. Honestly, I forgot about it. But the main event, the Saturday night main event in New York, play into a lot of the things. You had Danhausen in the Knicks color trunks. He's over big time in New York doing crazy shit with the curses and all that stuff. They did a good job of booking that and just putting that all together and made it a hell of an event. And I was listening to you guys talk about all this on play-by-play this week. I guess talking about Tom Brady and him going down in class, I thought that was kind of bullshit. I think that WWE is on a different level than most Southern professional wrestling organizations as gets the knack. They're on a nationwide level. They're on ESPN. They're doing a lot of big nationwide global things. I mean, the dude's getting millions and millions of dollars from the Arabs overseas, and it's a different part now. Now, does Tom Brady, does he have any part to do with WrestleMania at some point?
I think honestly it would have been a SummerSlam match if Logan Paul wouldn't be hurt. But they've been teasing this for so long now that it's got to lead to something. And honestly, I think one of the things that's the most surprising is Tom Brady just kind of with his personality gives off this vibe like, hey, I'm this uppity piece of shit. So to see him kind of step into this world and kind of let loose, like, no offense, Tommy, that would be something that I would think Baker Mayfield would want to do. Get in WWE. He's a shit talker. He's that type of personality. Brady's more of a, hey, I'm going to deflate footballs and win every game, and, there's nothing you could do about it guy. He was that uppity, cocky, arrogant guy.
He was a heel in the NFL.
Let's book this. He's got to be the heel.
Of course.
I think it was on Busted Open. Maybe it was Mark Henry and Bubba Ray. If Tom Brady does step in the ring, are more people going to be wanting him to get his ass kicked or
Yes.
kick? But there's an interesting dynamic. If you put him in with Logan Paul, who's more hated out of those two?
Here's the thing, Tommy, and this is the whole shtick of it all, is that this whole feud started based on a flag football game where Logan Paul was like, hey, I could hang with the NFL guys, and Tom Brady started by saying, oh, you're a fake wrestler, everything you do is not real. So if he comes out and cuts promos about how, hey, all of this shit is fake, you guys are a bunch of bums, they're going to cheer for Logan Paul over Tom Brady at that point.
Yeah, that's a good turn. Think about this. My wrestling brain is braining right now. Arena goes dark. What's the old school NFL network announcer or whatever? He's probably dead. The guy that does all the highlights comes on.
Steve Sable. Somebody put it in the chat.
Yeah, Steve Sable. Yeah.
Steve Sable, the greatest football player that's ever been made.
Yeah,
He comes out
yeah.
with his rings, followed by like the Patriots cheerleaders, all with footballs that are deflated. I'm the greatest that's ever stepped on the field, and I'm going to be the greatest that's ever stepped in this fake-ass ring.
Look,
Boom.
that would be a great heel finishing move. You load up one of the fingers with a ring and just cold cock somebody.
He makes brass knuckles out of the rings. This is endless.
Triple H, let's go, brother. Sign us up.
Logan Paul knocks out Tom Brady with his own Super Bowl rings. Cut scene. I'm in.
Logan Paul makes a prime brass knuckles, and you have a freaking brass knuckle match. The rings against the bottle. Dude, we can make some money.
Tom Brady is an incredible quarterback. He was never an incredible athlete. He can't run. He can't really move. He just was a surgeon. A great arm. Can he be effective in a WWE ring? You got to be flexible. Can he be effective in that role? Like we've seen Bad Bunny and others. Even freaking what's country music guy was doing some fairly good stuff. Jelly Roll. Can Tom Brady adapt and survive for 10 minutes in that world?
Jelly Roll also got a divorce.
Fozempic Jelly Roll could do it. Freaking Tom Brady could do it.
Yeah, hey.
I'm not going to mention his name because he might not want this said, but we got a friend that has a a whole theory about exactly what happened to Jelly Roll, and that is 9 times out of 10 that is right. What happened to Jelly Roll?
Lost a bunch of weight.
What happened to him?
Got divorced.
Mm.
Every time.
It's a fucking undefeated thought process.
Bro, I'm so mad. Like, not mad. I'm just disappointed in all of us that we didn't get to go see the Cajun Heat.
Let's talk about it. Mustang is now, he is retired. I was not there. I've seen videos. I've seen pictures. It was packed. My God, they had some people there. The one-man gang was there.
Y'all see his heel turn? The one-man gang's heel turn?
Yeah, one-man gang turned. He did not become Akeem, unfortunately, during the turn.
That would be, in this day and age, the greatest shit. His legacy. Oh, Paul, bet.
The whole event's online.
So yeah, it was good. I did talk to Kyle saying they brought the football team, said, hey, man, we had a blast. It was a great show. Damian mentioned on play-by-play last week, he does not think it'll be the end for Mustang in wrestling, just maybe kind of like the John Cena thing where he'll still pop up and, make cameos and promos and be commissioner and all this other stuff. We'll see how it goes. You guys allegedly did some things with old Mustang. What are your thoughts? Is old Mustang stepping out of the ring?
This dude's been doing it for much longer than us. We got in there. He was an established guy. He outlasted us by a lot.
Yeah.
Kept on doing, he kept going. Dude has done what a lot of folks on the Louisiana scene don't get to do. He's gone from different states. He's won major titles. Maybe not WCW, maybe not WWF, but he's won about as big of titles as you could get.
He was NWA heavyweight champion.
Right. When we were in wrestling, there was a lot of shit talking from behind the back of all these people that were in different organizations. But to see somebody there's Luke Hawks who goes out and goes to other promotions. Mac Johnson did some stuff. Mustang Mike. There's dudes that's gonna hate on you from Louisiana. That's just the nature of the beast. But Mustang went out, did his thing, kept on doing it. How old is he now?
In his 50s. Yeah.
Congratulations to him. That is incredible to last that long and to keep on doing it. Because a lot of people will get burnt out or a lot of people get hurt and stop doing it. The dude had a hell of a career.
Look at it. And here we go. Let's go. One-man gang with the cane shot on Mustang Mike.
Mustang Mike came out in his original outfit.
He didn't turn heel on him.
Yes, he did.
Come on. Gene. Is it Gene?
I don't know. Dude can't walk, but he can turn heel.
I say he needs that
wind power.
Look, this is good.
Is that Donato?
Donato is a guy that's holding Mike down.
Is that Andrew Anderson that's coming? Yeah.
Look at the fucking powder.
He's dropping the
powder.
powder.
I think he went a little overboard on the powder. Good God.
Wait.
Come on, Nag.
Who's this guy?
And he took a bump.
Y'all way ahead of me. I'm watching on YouTube.
Dude, he took a fucking bump. That's awesome.
No, this dude looks like he's at a bachelor party in Vegas.
Who?
One-man gang. He's covered.
Good Lord, it's a lot of powder.
Who's the other one? His shoes fell. He hit him so hard, his shoes fell off.
All right, so I got to go see how old George Gray. He's 66 over there taking a bump.
Who's Gene?
Who's the dude in the yellow?
Yellow.
Who's the blonde-haired guy?
That's Anthony Anderson.
That's one half of Lean and Mean.
That's the mean part of Lean and Mean.
So this guy, Tony Donato, I'm going to tell you guys, he is legit.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I love seeing a 66-year-old man selling the shit out of that powder bump. Dude, that's incredible.
So I'm going to share. I just want to see. I'd like to see Mustang's entrance. That's got to be good, huh?
Oh, God, yeah. Okay, so while Damien's finding that, Nick, whenever you guys started, was he still Black Pants Cowboy Mustang, or had he changed to the red?
He was Mustang Mike. He was a electric music dancing, good old. Was he a heel or a face on?
He was a face. He was.
Yeah, the mics were dominating that area.
Nick, if you want some nostalgia, go back and watch this video. Whenever he came out, the old tech.
Yeah, he did come out
and
and
then it said we're gonna throw this back way back.
When that techno comes on, that dude starts dancing. I'll laugh my ass off.
Mike, I love you. That techno dance is terrible.
Oh, come on.
Terrible.
Come on.
Here he
Who's
comes.
these guys? I'm late. I see Donato and I see some other dude.
There's Trick Williams and
Trick Williams.
it's not
Slick
Trick.
Williams.
No, I don't know.
Probably still
It's
the
Nick
same
New
Williams.
Day's not in WWE. That's who they were fighting. New Day.
It looks like
Liberia.
Hold on, let me put some audio in here because this got to be good.
Yeah.
that's got to be some AI.
He has an AI song. Yeah. Did Anthony Anderson tell us that? Did
Anthony Anderson from the Deering Tornado.
Shout out Suno.
Did Anthony Anderson tell us when we talked to him that one time that Greg Valentine is his dad?
That's what I understood.
Yeah.
So why isn't Anthony Valentine?
Anthony the Hammer Valentine.
There you go, Tommy.
Final countdown for Mustang in his last match.
I could get down with some Final Countdown.
I hope they pan to the student section, I'll call it, where the football players are, because I'm sure they're losing their minds.
I did see that part. They all have the shirt off. Wait.
Yeah.
I don't want to break Mike's heart, but this dude is way overrated.
Anthony Anderson.
Come on, that's lean. No, that's mean.
Mustang Mike and I say Anthony Andrew Anderson, not to be confused,
No.
but Scott out.
Oh, who's Anthony Anderson?
The guy
The
from
black
the Deering
comedian
Tornado.
from Blackish.
That's what I was thinking too, Tommy.
Is that One Man
Anthony
Gang's
Anderson's an
daughter right
actor.
there?
Dude, he's got his own Wikipedia page, Andrew Anderson.
He was in the wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
That was the wrestler?
No.
That's Mickey Rourke.
He was in.
You're using too much
He wasn't
bandwidth
the-
over there.
See if it says here that his dad is Valentine.
Kind of looks like him.
Doesn't say that on his Wikipedia, but he definitely told us
Looks
that.
like Moondog Rex or whatever that dude's name.
Pulling the wool over your eyes there, Nicholas. All right. We're back.
Big old crowd. They had a great time. What's next for old Mustang? But look, dude, he's still a promoter. He still runs, Gulf State Wrestling, whatever it may be. He's not going to just say, hey, we're closing up shop. We're never hosting shows again. He's going to be a commissioner. He's going to be a manager, or a referee. What's he going to do? I know he's going to get in the ring, maybe not as an active competitor.
Let
He's
me
gonna stay
explain
involved.
something to you, green boy.
Yeah.
A guy like Mike, who spent his whole life in the wrestling business, doesn't just leave the wrestling business.
Green boy.
So he's going to be promoting, and he's going to be a special attraction every once in a while. Bill Watts style, the big bad heel comes into the territory. They're going to hit him, hurt him. He's going to be hurt. Somebody's going to come make the save, and then the tag team match with Mike and the babyface against the heel and somebody else.
So he's going to wrestle again.
He says he's not.
Now, look, okay.
He's not going to wrestle again.
I will say this. I was at the GSW show when Rocket retired. He's he's wrestled at every show since.
He wrestled that night.
I have been at the show when Sweet Tan retired. He has been on every
He
show
wrestled
since.
that night too.
So
That I need to find because that is
just
good.
take it with a grain of salt. That
We were the
never
only
been
people
around.
that ever retired and never went back to wrestling.
That what the Cajun Outlaws stand for or all about.
All right, let's talk about that. Who turned heel last year?
The
Tony.
Yeah, the guy the guy that was
With who?
on our
With the,
podcast kissing our ass the whole time, and he makes the heel turn of a century that night.
Tony and the dude with the mustache.
He kicked the guy in the balls whose son died.
Yeah.
Were they back
Whoa.
together?
Of course they are.
Sugar Shane.
Shane, yeah, the guy from Berwick.
It's in the office.
So the Outlaws are all back together.
Not all of them. Couldn't get the whole band together. All right, so this is good.
There's an Outlaw.
Yeah.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Is that Ryan Clark?
Bad business.
Bad business from
Bear.
there.
There's Rocket.
Can't believe we missed this, man. That was so much fun last year.
What is this? Is like a battle royal or
It's
a
a
six man?
bunkhouse.
Oh,
Mustang explained it to me as like a 6-pack challenge that turned into like 10 guys.
why the fuck is Rocket in a suit?
I don't know, but he's good.
Oh, bad business.
There's Sweet Tan in his post-retirement.
In the FUBU. He rocked the FUBU again. For us, by us.
Oh. Is this the Royal Rumble?
Look, gets his shit in for like 30 seconds. Blow it
Cajun
up.
Heat Rumble? Oh, there's Sweet Tan coming in.
Stoney.
He's done. He's done.
Stone Man has to be 70.
Bet you that dude can hit a softball. Wow.
No offense to.
Oh no! Look, we are tongue in cheek. Every one of these guys is way better at this stuff than I would be. So,
Snowman hasn't sold a move in 30 years.
look at the EDY football team going nuts.
Look at this dude.
What is he doing? You know, he's in his console. What's going on?
Cajun Heat needs to be in Grand Isle, so they can still have it during Blue Boot weekend.
Dude, can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Oh, Sweet Tan took off his shirt.
Well, dude, wait, he's about to take off his fucking shorts. He's in his underwear right now, and what we're seeing.
Croissant.
Oh no!
And rocket with the pin. So I would imagine he was the heel that they're all doing this to him.
Oh yeah,
I would hope. So, in the locker room, he mentioned Stan Sweet Tan.
Look,
and you could see why.
Okay. Was giving him a hard time just now. I was joking. Oh, he's going to be blown up, whatever it may be. I've had the opportunity to go before shows and see, them put matches together, whatever it may be. The dude is always, if the show starts at 7 and they open the doors at 3, he's there at 3 in the ring working with the young guy. Incredible mentor to the young wrestlers. Hey, let's talk a little bit, shifting from the wrestling. Let's talk about Bo George's getting a scholarship offer, man. We're getting close to high school football, man. Real close. In fact, for the Tarpon, heck, you know this. You got a Tarpon in the house. Camp starts next week.
I thought with all the camps Bo went to and has been statewide and probably out of state as well, I was a little surprised with the Nichols, but apparently Nichols did a really good job, probably using his teammates to recruit him.
Yeah.
You always want that comfort of home, but definitely proud of Bo and anxious to see what he could do at the next level. Anxious to see what he could do his senior year, first off, and then at the next level. Is he going to play both sides of the ball? Is he going to be
at South? Yeah, both sides of the ball. At Nichols, he'll be probably, I think he was telling me, a guard. I think they want to move him to the inside. What people don't realize about Bo George is that if South Lafourche had just this plethora of offensive linemen, Bo could be a tight end. Bo could be an H-back. Bo could run.
Yep.
And in fact, when Coach Pokey was coaching football at LCO, and the teams would do like in middle school, you're not kicking the ball 40, 50 yards down the field. Bo was one of the first guys up. And when he would get the kickoff, they would encourage him to run. Like a lot of the guys just get it and just fall down. They would encourage Bo to run because he had speed, A, and then B, who the hell wants to tackle him? He could handle himself. Has made great gains in the weight room. I saw him at Blue Boot, actually. Looks like a freaking Mack truck. He is massive. He's going to have a great year. Now the challenge for Nichols is going to be time to offer Carter Colley. He went to your camp and won best offensive lineman. You got 300-400 of the best players in the area, and Carter wins best offensive lineman. Like,
it's a Carter.
Time to get him an offer. I mean, he's an unbelievably good center.
He's been starting at center, I think, since his freshman year.
Yeah, he's going to be a 4-year starter.
That's crazy.
4-year starter.
Can we stay on track for one episode? Come on, guys. Yep, we moving topics again. How good was the entertainment for the old school Tarpon Rodeo in Grand Isle?
I want to go to Club Oasis in 2014.
Club Oasis.
Look at that lineup.
Tarpon Rodeo 2014, 69 boys and 95 South, Manny Fresh, Yin Yang Twins, Category 6.
Oh, wait.
DJ Frozen.
DJ Frozen's been around that long?
To show you how bad Tarpon Rodeos fell off. Look how badass that used to be.
Well, look, think about it, Tommy. There is another premier rodeo this weekend up against the Tarpon. Like Dufresne is having their rodeo this, and they just don't care because they're still going to draw big because no one local goes to the Tarpon Rodeo anymore. So, Tommy, you're a big Manny Fresh guy, aren't you? Were you in the house for this?
I stopped going to Tarpon Rodeo. I think I stopped going in like 20.
What year did you fight?
That was probably 2005, 2006.
I was still in college, so let's say 2004, 2005. I don't know if it was Club Oasis then. It used to be rodeos. Then it was Oasis. Then it was Daddy's Money, bro.
Well, no, because it was Daddy's Money back then and when you fought.
Oh, so it's Oasis after Daddy's Money? Okay.
Yeah.
So
This is 2014.
that's an underrated thing. When Tarpon Rodeo was in, I don't want to say heyday, but big time, Ricky Foss used to put on a fight in the yard on the side of whatever the name of the bar was at the time.
That is money.
That was a huge deal. Absolute huge deal. And to think Tommy started it off.
And they used to let us judge and Tommy fight.
Yeah, Tommy was never losing that.
I was about to say that sounds a little fishy.
I had to judge Tommy's fight.
Me too.
So, Tommy, you aren't losing.
Again, these dudes are jumping from topic to topic without any sort of transition. Let's do better, boys.
Have you guys ever played Mario Golf?
It's good. It ain't bad.
So I put together a Raspberry Pi retro gaming thing. I should have brought it. And I got locked in on Mario Kart and that.
Shit ain't bad, bro. I got an emulator on my laptop. Probably going to get arrested by the FBI for even saying this. But I've been playing and trying to beat Mario 3. I did it once as a child. I've been trying to beat it. I'm on like level 7 right now. There's 8 levels. Getting close.
I'm waiting to play Bill Walsh's college football.
Oh, I could get
A
it.
good one.
No, I have it.
So Baton Rouge University? Because they didn't have LSU's name.
Provo, Utah.
Played
Yeah.
some,
Pullman, Washington.
played some Mortal Kombat this morning.
On my Super Nintendo emulator, I play religiously, as I've told y'all, Tecmo Super Bowl, the final edition. It was the first game ever that had multiple seasons, free agency trades, like all that stuff. And I'm on like my 3rd season with the Cowboys. What were y'all's go-to games and like on Super Nintendo in the 90s and everything when we were little?
Tecmo Bowl.
Never had a Super Nintendo.
Come on. Well, Sega even.
That's when Tommy and I were like pretty much hanging out on the daily. NFL 95 was huge for us with Mel Gray. Anybody who got Mel Gray was done. The other person was done. Madden, NBA
College
Live,
basketball
NBA
game.
Live 95, like that 95.
Is that
game.
the Mitch Richmond cover?
NBA Live 97.
97 was Mitch Richmond?
Whatever the first year
Antoine
that
Walker on the cover was.
announced the names. We were infatuated by that. There was a game, NBA Court or something with David Robinson that we played. You could alter the player's name, and we were too lazy to do the whole name, so we would have like Lou Claire and I'm not saying the other one.
Jew
We just
Slayer.
got taken down off of YouTube.
Like those are the dudes.
Back in the early 90s when the NBA game was like, hey, Bulls versus Sonics. And that was the
I had
NBA
that.
game. Yeah, like
Bulls versus Lakers and the NBA playoffs was the official name.
Then it,
Wow.
Sonics versus Suns or Bulls versus Blazers. With Tom Chambers was a beast back in the day.
that's right. Bulls versus Blazers wasn't Sonic. Bulls versus Blazers is when I
We
was.
had arch rivals.
Baseball Stars. Baseball game was super underrated.
Was it RBI baseball was
That
really
a good
good.
one. Roger Clemens, MVP baseball was a good one.
Whatever the college football game was with Tommy Frazier on the cover was really
That was
Ooh.
NCAA
Yeah.
football, or
NBA College Football 94, I believe.
and then there
97
was
Tommy Frazier.
MLB game, but I think Randy Johnson was on the cover. That was, I want to say 94. That was good.
So I was always an NCAA guy, and I don't remember who was on the cover, but there was one year that, to me, Game Breaker was better than NCAA. Do y'all remember the Game Breaker series?
Was that the game you could fight in?
No, that was Blitz.
Yeah, that was
Or
Blitz.
No, that was
Well,
before Blitz.
there was a college game
Arch Rivals.
that you could like buy off the dudes and juice them up. And no, that was a pro game where you could juice them up and stuff like that.
This
but-
had to be a World Series baseball.
God damn it.
World Series baseball was very good.
Tommy, you stepped out for a second. Did you play any Game Breaker back in the day, old college football?
I think I did. Was that the 2K version? No.
Yeah, pretty
I-
much. And I was just saying NCAA always beat its ass, but there was one year that I thought Game Breaker had it. I don't remember what year it was.
Super high impact. Was that?
Super high impact football. That was stupid.
That was the game you could fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
NFL Blitz was a cult favorite of ours.
With Ricky Williams on the beach.
NBA Street, NFL Street. I kind of had a couple years of that.
I was about to say I did like Street. That was pretty cool. But look, Street I preferred more than Blitz, but Street actually had like a storyline, like where you would go to the different parks and beat the park boss and everything. So I enjoyed Street more than I did Blitz, but they were both all right. They were both pretty good.
Super high impact football. That was it.
Super high. I remember that.
Now, look, I'll tell you, there's the one thing that I have noticed, and I remember getting my Super Nintendo. I remember getting my original PlayStation. sitting there and just being marveled, like, my God, it's never going to get better than this. And just looking at it today, I was like, this is fucking terrible. Like, absolutely awful.
Perfect segue. Let's talk about it. NCAA 27.
Yep. Great segue. We are going to, well, the boys are going to talk about the game. I have not yet played the game. I have not yet purchased the game, but we are going to be doing an online dynasty. And we got us four. We need 8 more.
Come on, Kyle.
So
Let me
if
win
you
one
guys,
game.
We got Mello in the chat. He could play. Murda.
Collins in the chat.
Wait, Melo's in the chat?
Yeah.
And Melo.
Trolling everybody.
Our NCAA dynasty that will be starting up. We got to figure out how we're picking our teams. I know we've had some rumors and whispers of the wheel deciding the teams.
Or at least deciding the order. But it would be funnier if we just put a bunch of teams on the wheel and spin the wheel. That's what you get.
Look, I'm cool with the wheel deciding who the fuck our team is.
I feel like the wheel has gone nationwide. You using the wheel in play-by-play?
What?
Yeah, we do have a wheel in play-by-play, yeah.
Well, funny because I'm using the wizard
At the house shows.
do while I'm working.
Yeah, while making your shirt.
At the legal shirt pod.
Hey, listen up, you cocks. This is the wizard.
Legalities. Me and Tommy's
Oh.
legal and t-shirt printing podcast.
That's good.
Don't worry, not watched in Miami. Speaking of t-shirts and legal and all that, did you happen to see the New Jersey number for one Greek basketball player down in Miami?
No, I didn't.
Guess. If you could pick any number in the world, it's Nacho's favorite number. So nice, he got it
77?
twice. No, regular 7.
Speaking of 77, I got to shout out our guy, Jay Trahan. His son, Ben, got a chance to watch him play some basketball this weekend in French Settlement.
Pretty good.
He rocks 77.
Cool.
Bet you that dude's got all kind of like accessories.
He's got a
too.
mohawk. He's got the cut sleeve T-shirt that his mom
Mhm.
had given me an earful about wearing because it would look bad. So she bought him a hemmed shirt. They call him
hem?
Luca. The coach even calls him Luca. That's what he's known as. Runs the paint, runs the short corner like a madman. I was happy to see.
I love
Ben
that.
get some
That's
success,
cool.
man.
That's cool. I look, honestly, if we're being for real, I still think that the original idea for how we pick the teams is the best idea, where we put 36 teams on the wheel, spin it 3 times per person, you get an option of 3. So that nobody gets overly screwed and gets, ball stayed. And so everybody at least gets 3 to pick from. And you might get 3 clunkers, but at least you get your own flavor of it.
I say we go 1 stars.
I'm okay with whatever
gonna
y'all
be
decide
hell.
to do.
It's going to be tough.
Yes.
No 5 stars.
I figured Casey would have a rough time doing a rebuild like that because, I mean,
Go fuck
I've been
yourself,
playing
dude.
it. Damien's been playing it. Tommy's been playing it. You haven't even got the game
No,
yet. So it's
fair
going to be, this game is not easy.
I don't like it. I put all my money in recruiting budget and I still ran out of points. I'm like, what are they
Yeah.
doing with
Yeah.
this? I don't like it.
This new game is very difficult.
I'm game for whatever you guys decide, but should we give the option to the people? Should we vote? How should we decide who we're going to be?
It doesn't matter because this league's in a fold after week 8 when everybody quits, just like every other league we do.
Not if we accountable.
We finished a whole fantasy season last year, and you paid up and got your bet. You got Saquon Barkley.
And half the league quit.
After that, I quit.
Tommy, you remember the last time we did an online dynasty?
Was that when Josh Schaff was my quarterback for Ole Miss? I had an awesome time that year.
This was 2000, the 2014 game, I believe it was.
Did Josh Schaff at Ole Miss pay me $1,000 to be the quarterback for LSU?
Shane Thunder was my running back. I lost to Tommy in the championship, I believe.
Hey, look, I'm okay with broadcasting a game of the week on Twitch.
That's one thing I wanted to talk to you about. I think that would be great.
I'm okay with that. I think that would be fun. If I'm not playing, I will commentate the game if I'm available.
Kyle said he's going to have to buy the game.
We did an NBA 2K league, and Tommy signed LeBron for the vet.
No, me.
You did.
Me.
I was done. Well, Tommy
Nick
claimed
did
it
it.
the last time we was on it.
I ruined that league.
That was when we had Seattle people and everything. Yeah, that was my broken neck. That was
Right.
fun. That was 2013.
So, guys, if you want to join our league, hit us up, DM us,
Yes.
message one of us. We're limiting it to 12 spots. If we need to get more, we can add some more. But I think 12 is a good number. We have 4. We need 8 others.
I'm willing to take a challenge, and I'll be Georgia.
Side note, Gunnar Stockton's my new favorite quarterback because his favorite quarterback is Baker Mayfield. Just found that out today.
I'm looking forward.
I'm going to play that tonight. Y'all watch that guy Bordeaux on YouTube, like the savant of college football?
No, I've never seen.
He's entertaining.
Good stuff.
There's some good dudes to follow. Coco B. Cruton on TikTok.
He did a video that I watched 2 nights ago, Imperialism, where he took whatever the Power 5, Power 4, whatever, in every state, and he had a wheel. He took your gimmick, and he had another wheel with the like a compass, and it would select the team, and then whatever that team's located, whatever state, he would do the compass, and you'd have to play that other team. If you beat him, he would color the whole thing. Whatever color that was.
Yeah.
Like at one time, Texas had 70% of the United States.
So look, really quick, just jumping off of the topic, really quick. One of the big topics at SEC Media Days in the last couple of days has been the commissioner coming out and saying, hey, look, the talks y'all are hearing on ESPN, that ain't fake. We about to make our own league potentially. And Kirby Smart was asked about it today, and he said, hey, yeah, I'm one of the ones that supports it. I think we should make our own league. Basically, what the argument and the debate is, NCAA is trying to regulate. They're trying to put salary caps. They're trying to put all sorts of things. The SEC is saying, hey, bro, if I got $100 million to spend, why should you tell me that I could only spend $30 million of it? That ain't right. So the SEC reportedly is very strongly considering breaking off, doing its own thing. They would then probably recruit and try to get some other schools. I don't know, Ohio State, Florida State, I don't know who they would try to get.
Whoever wants to spend money.
Whoever wants to spend money. And there could be a world 5-6 years from now where we see a major league of college athletics and then just like a regular old NCAA league with the restants. You like it? Don't like it? What do we think about this? Because look, I wasn't surprised to hear the coaches say, hey, yeah, look, let's do it. But I was surprised to hear the SEC commissioner be like, hey, bro, those rumors are not fake. Like, we are seriously considering this.
I would love to see, and this is the one thing that I really love about the soccer leagues. What do they call that? Where
Promotion rail
regulation. Yeah.
So your boy Bordeaux, he did a whole video on that. He linked 2 conferences together. He would sim the stuff. The last 2 places of each conference would go down, and the top 2 in the bottom would go up. I would love to see something like that. Obviously, not going to happen.
You could do that in our leagues.
That's where my mind went. Well, good. Send me at the bottom.
It would be interesting to see now. And honestly, bro, like the way that I'm thinking of it, if I'm a fan of New Mexico State, I can't win the college football playoff right now. But if the 50 or 60 biggest schools make their own league and we are in a league with our schools, our quote unquote own size, it almost becomes like high school athletics where there's a 5A and a 1A. I think if we could get the public to rally around the smaller champion.
You're not gonna. How many times you watched the D2 championship for basketball?
Yeah, it's a fair point, and that is the legitimate argument. That's going to be the problem. But if I were a New Mexico, if I were a Boise, if I were whoever is in that other league, and I could sell it as being important, I think it could work.
But if you still got some of those name teams like a Boise or, I don't know, Colorado, whatever, Tulane, whatever that is, man, people love Thursday night football. That's like a prime spot.
Action, baby.
On Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, and then let the big dogs eat on Saturday. I think
like
you'd still get the viewership, you'd still get the TV money, the sponsorship money. I think that would keep them in the public eye.
Tommy, I'm going to ask you this, and in no way is this me being an LSU guy shit talking Lafayette. I'm promise you I'm not.
UL or Lafayette?
Or Louisiana. I will even play, because I'm not trolling them at all in this question. The odds of the Cajuns winning the college football playoff are not great. If you take all of the Power 4 schools out, and then it's, okay, the Cajuns with Ball State, the Cajuns with Akron, the Cajuns with all of the similar size schools, they could potentially, well, not potentially, they would be amongst the big dogs to win a national championship. Would that excite you as a fan of that university?
Yeah, I'd have to see how it's structured, though. I'd have to see how many of the top tier teams are going in this Super League to make it feel validating. Because, I mean, like, I was going to make a joke, like, you telling me you don't watch North Dakota State and Montana every year when they're playing in whatever division championship they play in every year? If UL was playing in that, I don't know if I'd particularly enjoy it as much, but if you broke out the big dog, so to speak, had a super league, and then kind of a best of the rest where they're playing, I don't know, where would Tulane be? Is Tulane with UL or is
They're
Tulane
not
with
in that power four.
Tommy, Tulane would be with the Cajuns because look, Tulane don't even fund all of their baseball scholarships. They're not spending money. So Tulane absolutely would be with the Cajuns.
then yeah, I'm good with UL playing like Tulane, and I'm trying to think like Syracuse and Illinois.
The schools that would be on
Florida.
the fence would be like your South Floridas and your schools like that.
Something like that's going to happen. They're going to have to expand the tournament and have an upset to justify doing something like that. Unless that's what I think they're going is they're waiting to give the little guy a shot. And right now, every year, it's only one little guy. Till the little guy beats one of the big guys, they're going to probably keep, just like they keep fucking around with the NCAA tournament. Oh, next year it's expanding to 70. I think too much is sometimes not a good thing. So
I agree.
if you're going to have the Super League, then yeah, SEC, Big 12, some of the Big 10, maybe one or two ACC teams. And then, yeah, I think UL could probably beat North Carolina State and shit like that.
So look at it from North Dakota State's perspective. Or just every year they add a couple teams. Kennesaw State, they added Missouri State and somebody else last year. Sacramento State, North Dakota State this year. They finally make it to the big leagues, and then the big leagues make a bigger league, and you in that second tier again.
Spend money.
North Dakota State ain't beating Michigan.
They're
Like,
not telling you can't play. Just you got to
So
abide by the rule.
my question is, okay, the argument always was whenever the LHSA split was, and they would always say, okay, well, the private schools are going to make their own league. And that was discussed. And then the public schools countered, said, okay, well, then if we do that, we're not playing you in the regular season at all. Those games, like, they're not happening. So my question is, if LSU and the bigger schools say we're making our own league, but then they call Southern or Grambling to play a little cupcake game in week 1, will Southern or Grambling be allowed by the NCAA? And I know they need the money, so they would want to play. But will the NCAA allow them to play that game?
No.
And for instance, okay, let's say LSU would play Tulane, which they're scheduled to do in 2030. Tulane beats them. Is that going to be held against LSU? How are we going to do cross-promotion, cross-branding, if at all?
They cannot do away with that because playing those big powerhouse schools funds so many things for those smaller programs. They can't do away with it. They're going to figure it out because at the end of the day, you'll end up losing some of these teams because they can't fund the program anymore. So they have to keep that. They have to keep it active.
And another thing that I think is fascinating, and no one talks about any other sport but football when we're making these decisions, but we are college basketball fans. Imagine, let's just say there's a super league with 50 teams. Okay, I'm just making up a number 50. Let's say of those 50, we do a 16-team NCAA tournament for the big dogs. And let's say the Final Four is like a best out of 3 series, or like, imagine if we brought series to college basketball in the playoffs and the championship. Can you imagine a Villanova, North Carolina a couple years ago series? How great that would have been. That could be freaking electric, bro. A Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark best of 5 series a couple years ago. That would have been electric. That could be good stuff.
My mind automatically goes back to Duke's collapse against Houston. Like, you don't think they could have got some revenge back in that game 2 or whatever? I love the series format in basketball. Sometimes the early games are kind of crappy because if you get down, they just sub the whole bench. But those game 7s, game 5s, it's awesome.
Because we wouldn't be able to have a 70 team tournament like we had. There's not going to be 70-some teams in the league. So to stretch it out for TV, that is the rumor and whisper. We would kind of have like an NBA playoff format where round 1, best of 3, 2 out of 3. Round 2, best 2 out of 3. Then, we go to best, 3 out of 5. Tommy, you're probably the biggest college basketball fan of any of us here. Would you like that motto if we had a 50-team, hey, only the big dogs are in the league? And can you imagine if it ever were Duke and North Carolina in the championship or North Carolina and Kansas, and it doesn't just come down to one game, and it's now, hey, we play a whole series of this shit. It could be really cool.
The purist in me I like the one and dones just because it's exciting. If you do pivot to that kind of setup, I think you would have to at least in the semis do a best of 2 out of 3, and then in the finals do a best out of 5. You'd have to stretch it out for revenue purposes, and because it would be something new. Maybe people would tune in. Like, could somebody have beaten UConn more than once 2 years ago, or something to that level? That is something that has to be given thought if you're going to create the Super League. But for basketball purposes, I hope it doesn't happen. It was great with 64. Now it's 68. It's rumored to be 72. Like, I don't mind 1 or 2 more games on the Tuesday, Wednesday, but calm down. If it goes any more than 74, 75, like, what are they going to do?
Can we just cap it at 73?
They could do that, but watch, they're going to have like a playing game to play in. Like, they're going to do something stupid. I think the NCAA tournament still, to me, is the best.
Imagine going to the Final Four and it automatically becomes a 3-game series.
I think it takes the Cinderella out of it.
But in the
don't move
big
it to the
league, there's
Final
no
Four.
there's no Cinderellas in that.
Cinderella's die in the Sweet 16.
One question that I would have, and again, we don't know the answer because we don't know what the structure would be. Could a sport be a big dog in one sport and not the other? Case in point, BYU spending their ass off in men's basketball. Could they be with the big guys in basketball and not in football? Gonzaga spends money. Could they be a big dog in basketball? They don't even really mess with football at all. Could you pick and choose what you are involved
That's where the promotion relegation system comes in.
I think it could be interesting if it's done right. And what gives me faith that it maybe could be done right is the NCAA wouldn't be in charge. They wouldn't have anything to do with it. We would have a commissioner. I don't know who the hell that would be. I know a lot of people said, hey, Nick Saban would do. Nick Saban's like 80 years old, and he didn't want to become a coach again because
Herb Street.
I mean, there are people out there that I'm sure would do a very nice job and would have some ideas, but I don't know exactly who that would be. I tell you what, I would be very fascinated to see and hear the arguments, and I would love to sit on those meetings to hear the ideas bounced. It would be very fascinating to see.
Let's go to the chat and see what they are talking about.
See what they're saying in the old chats. There you go, Kyle. Great minds think alike. He asked the same question that I was just talking about.
Where's the pizza, Kyle?
Really quick. I was talking about this on Play-by-Play. I don't know if you saw lawsuit where a guy is suing Wells Fargo for giving him a $5 million loan to buy a house, which he then foreclosed on, under the guise of, hey, dude, I'm fucking crazy. Y'all should have known that I couldn't pay this loan. So he's suing the bank. Any chance that there is any sort of settlement or anything of that? But it made the national news. Is there any chance that Wells Fargo just tells him to go away and he gets something? Or is this going to be completely thrown out of court?
I know nothing about what you're saying. So I'm guessing the premise is he is saying he's clinically insane or has some kind of mental.
He's bipolar, has mental issues.
He's going to attack the fact that they didn't do their due diligence in screening him before they unloaded the money to him. So, as we always say, you could sue anybody for anything. Is it going to hold up? He's got a chance. I don't like his chances, but yes, there is a chance that maybe if it opens Pandora's box that Wells Fargo nationally is not doing what they should in underwriting and vetting their potential clients and borrowers, then yes. Is he going to get $5 million? No. But what's a bipolar dude doing with a $5 million?
Well, look, he paid like 1.4 mil of it off. He was suing for the remaining 3.6 mil.
Yeah, I don't like his chances, but there's always a chance that if it presents a bigger problem, that's kind of like the McDonald's coffee thing. The McDonald's coffee lady didn't need $1 million, but she got it because of the system in place for McDonald's.
Let me ask you a question. How big of a missed opportunity? I'm not going to name any medical facilities who sponsor me, but I was at one of them the other day on my crutches and there was a wet spot and I walked around that wet spot on my crutches instead of taking a nosedive. How big of a missed opportunity was that for me?
Well, you were already hurt.
Yeah.
Now it all depends. I mean, there was no sign around the wet spot.
There was no cone or anything like that. Fresh spill. I could have nosedived. I could have, and then look, once I hit the ground, I could have bladed like Flair, been bleeding all over. Like I could have, I feel like at least gotten 6 figures out of this.
Probably so. If you would have broke something. If that ever presents itself in the future, don't take pictures while you're on the ground at the scene. Just kind of looks a little shady. Maybe wait.
Well, don't be live while doing it.
Don't be like, Tommy, does this look good? It's happened before. So just my professional advice.
All right. Fair enough. Y'all got anything else, fellas?
Let's go play college football. Boy.
Yeah, we're going to post that flyer on our Facebook. If you want to join, leave us a comment, DM us, text us something. We got spots. Come join us.
Look, all seriousness, don't do anything fucking stupid in the next couple of days. But if you do, Tommy, who do they call?
Better call Bada.
Stay safe. We're going to record fairly soon, I'm sure. We're going to get something out there. We're going to launch all the information about our NCAA dynasty. For the counselor across the way and Mr. Nick and Mr. Damien, this is Casey Just Clear signing off. Adios, my friends. You guys stay safe. Thanks for listening to the group chat.
The Group Chat Podcast.